love Allah? Wait, hold on, don't answer that. What does it even mean to love Allah? What do you understand when you say, I love Allah? If we look at the linguistic meaning of love in the English language, we can learn a lot from what it truly means to love one thing or one being. Love can be translated in Webster's dictionary as to have a passionate affection, profound tenderness, strong liking, complete contentment, absolute reliance between someone or something. Subhanallah, when you think about it, the English language cannot define what love is. So how is it that we are so ready to say we love Allah? Great men like Abu Bakr radiallahu anh, Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anh, Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anh, and Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anh, all these great men, these people had the love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How is it so that Abu Bakr, as the Amir, as the head of a state, Amirul Mu'mineen, my dear brothers and sisters, how is it that he would travel every day? He would travel every day after Fajr to a blind elderly woman's house and clean her house and prepare her children, tend to her animals, and yet she didn't even know who he was, who this man was, what this man did. All she knew was that a man came and provided for her. How is it, if not for the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what else did Abu Bakr do it for? Did he do it for money? He was one of the richest. Did he do it for status, prestige? He was Amirul Mu'mineen, the head of a state. So my dear brothers and sisters, such was the love that Abu Bakr radiallahu anh had for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What about Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anh? What about him? He was on his way to kill the Prophet ﷺ, and instead he accepted Islam, and his love for Allah Azza wa Jal and his deen was so great that while all the other Muslims were hiding their Islam, he was ready to proclaim his Islam. He was ready to tell everyone about this new ni'mah, this new rahmah that Allah Azza wa Jal bestowed upon him. Such was the love that he had with Allah Azza wa Jal. What about Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu wa ardah? What about him when he was asked to give? When he gave from the best of what we had. Imagine, when we give things that we don't use. We give second-hand items. We give the extra money that we don't need. So on and so forth. Uthman ibn Affan, he gave the best of what he had in all of what he had, or as much as he could. When the Prophet ﷺ asked for military equipment for a battle, Uthman ibn Affan, he didn't give used items. He gave what we would be an equivalent of today, fully loaded Humvees. He brought the best camels. He brought the best shields and swords. Imagine the cost he took upon himself to provide this for the Muslims. Such was the love. If he didn't do it for the love of Allah Azza wa Jal, as we said before, if it wasn't for the love of Allah, what was it for? Did he need to become popular? No. His status was there. His wealth was there. He had everything he needed. He only desired Allah Azza wa Jal. He desired to have a relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Such was the love that he had for him subhanahu wa ta'ala.